Beneath his stormy surface flowed the warm tide of compassion and kindness.
HVL.
Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan.
Hey, what's up, softball fans, and welcome into episode number 14 overall of What in the HVL, as week number 2 of the 2025 season has come to an end, and boy, are we about to get busy in week number 3. Terrible weather this week. Snow on Tuesday almost had me put the car in the ditch a few times on the way home from Austin. Cold the rest of the week. We need things to turn around and quick, because I want to see more softball. Believe you me. As always, I'm Adam Peterson, and I will give you all the information on softball games that went down this week with our Hiawatha Valley League squads. First, gonna put it up there again. If you have any, this is a contact information. If you have anything you want to send my way, tigernationandbeyond@gmail.com is the easiest way to get a hold of me. Kasson-Mantorville coming up clutch once again. Get me what I need. I appreciate that. Other teams checking in. Kim Jones I heard from a couple Pine Island people actually. Awesome. Good Hugh always checking in on me. Appreciate that. Other teams, if you want to send stuff my way. If you're on Game Changer already, though, no worries. That's all I need to get these stats in. But if you do want to send pictures or video or anything, I'm all ears. It's awesome. I think that applies to the Game Changer thing. I think 6 of our 9 teams are on it. So thanks for all the people that are keeping that score and keeping those stats. I do appreciate it. Just so awesome. Let's get to this week. It started out Tuesday, April 1st. We had 4 games scheduled for this day, but the gall darn snow canceled half of those. Lucky for us, we have some domes in the area that we can take advantage of. Austin and RCTC Domes hosted a couple games. Let's start out in Austin, where Stewartville had their season opener. Austin was coming into the game off an 11-1 win over NRHEG the night before in their first game of the season. That also was in the dome. It was KJ Schaefer on the mound for Austin, and for Stewartville, the reigning, defending with softball player of the year, one of the best pitchers in the entire state of Minnesota, Sidney Klar. It was scoreless through 2 innings. In the top of the third, 3 straight errors by Austin allowed the Tigers to get 1 run across and 2 girls on. Addie Ackerman would then load the bases with 1 out and a beautiful bunt. Fielder choosing to hold Lehrman at third and Peterson at second. Shayla Shavasa steps up. First pitch absolutely smokes a line drive to right field. Lehrman and Peterson both score. Ackerman all the way to third for a 2 RBI single for our senior second baseman Shavasta. Junior outfielder Ashlyn Olsen then grounds out to the right side. Does her job as Ackerman comes in to score, and the Tigers lead it 4-0. It'd be another 1-2-3 inning for Klar in the bottom of the third, but she lost her consecutive strikeout streak in this game. 8 strikeouts through the first 9 batters. A groundout was the only non-strikeout in the first half of this game. In the top of the fourth, Haley Loris rips a double to left field. Loris hitting the piss out of the ball all day in Austin. Love to see that. On second base with 2 outs, Brooklyn Peterson then singles to the right side. Loris sent home, makes it. Tigers up 5. Sidney Klar in that 4 spot steps on one to right center. Luckily, it didn't bounce over the fence because Peterson on her horse scored all the way from first base. Klar with the RBI double. Addie Ackerman follows it up with a shot up the middle. Mac Iverson coming around to score as Klar's courtesy runner. It was now 7-0 Stewartville, and if you saw Klar dealing in this game, she was darn near untouchable. Las Vegas is calling. Say we need a dealer like that. 1 hit away from a perfect game for the junior Sidney Klar. Racked up 15 strikeouts. Quite the performance as the Tigers start the season off in the win column. Here's the box score. Stewartville, 7 runs on 9 hits, 0 errors. Austin, 0 runs on 1 hit, but boy, they struggled in the field. 6 errors for them. Hold on. before we get to individual stats, can we talk about the insane rule that we played with in the Dome here? The rule was if a fly ball hits the roof in fair territory, it's automatically an out. What? Are you kidding me? In the last 50 games we've played in a dome, including the winter tournaments, including dome ball at, wait for it, the Austin Dome, we have always played that if it hits the roof in foul territory, it's a dead ball automatically. Just foul ball, dead ball. If it hits the roof in fair territory, defense has a chance to catch it for the out. Otherwise, it's a foul ball. So kind of defense, nothing hurt there. We had to have like 6 or 7 outs against us with just that rule. Us meaning Stewartville. Just crazy. Not blaming Austin, not blaming the umps or whoever. If it's truly a ground rule, just not a fan of that ground rule. Don't like it. Seems to punish the batter, but I digress. On to the top performers for this game. Got to start off with Sydney Klar. Yeah, all those Ks, that's how many she had Tuesday night. 15, a complete game, 7 innings pitched, one little dribbler up the middle, no runs, 15 strikeouts, no walks. She was also 1 for 4 at the plate with that RBI double. Brooklyn Peterson led the way, 2 for 4 with a double, 2 runs scored, and RBI, reached base all 4 times thanks to a couple errors on Austin's outfielders. Haley Loris, I said she was smoking the ball, unbelievable, 1 for 4, a double, 2 runs scored, but that doesn't do justice for how well she was hitting it. Shayla Shavasta, the huge 2 RBI single there to get it sparked for the Tigers. Here you see our second baseman, Shavasta. Kaylee Lehrman called a great game behind the plate. You can't have a good pitcher without a good catcher, and Lehrman's right there. She was also 1 for 4 at the plate with a run scored. Addie Eckerman, 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored for our senior lefty. Next up, Kasson-Mantorville was taking on the Faribault Falcons. This one took place in the RCTC Dome late Tuesday night. Cara Farnsworth would get the start on the mound for the Comets, and boy, did she pitch well Tuesday night. I did like the social media post that Kasson-Mantorville put out there. We got to learn a little bit more about Cara. It's not Kara, it's Cara. Anybody out there that wants to talk about her, and you will after this game, that's how you pronounce it. She wears the number 17 because it is half her dad's number, which was 34, which was in honor of Kirby Puckett, the great Minnesota Twin. She is going to be headed to University of Minnesota Duluth next year to study accounting. Also cool what she said about her parents. I think always pulls on the heartstrings a little bit when kids talk about how much they appreciate what their parents do for them. Maybe I've gotten just a little bit soft with having daughters. I don't know. Either way, it was really cool. Farnsworth dominated. 4 innings on the mound, 1 hit, no runs, 10 strikeouts. She also scored 2 runs. The Comets took advantage of 11 Faribault free passes and 2 Falcon errors to put up 12 runs on just 3 hits. Kasson-Mantorville wins this one 12-2. How did those 12 runs come in, you ask? Well, Kylie Meyer ground ball in the first, scored Grace Mann in the bottom of the first. Then in the bottom of the second, Alex Hyatt dropped one into center field. Gronke would score 2-0 after 2. 3 straight walks and a wild pitch would net another run in the third. It was the 4th inning there when all heck broke loose, though. Comets would score 6 runs, but it was Emily Olsen's 3 RBI triple that was the highlight in this one. Kasson-Mantorville would score 2 runs in the 5th, and they put this one away early. 12-2 was the final score. Let's get you a box score here. Faribault, 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors. Kasson-Mantorville, 12 runs on 3 hits, 4 errors for the Comets. In terms of the individual statistics, Cara Farnsworth, I was just talking about her, fabulous. She got the win on the mound, 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 10, double digit, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. Lauren Goodboo, 1 for 3, 3 RBIs. Emily Olsen, 1 for 2, triple, 3 RBIs. We talked about that. Alex Hyatt, 1 for 1, a run scored, an RBI. Grace Mann, 3 runs scored. She got hit by a pitch twice. I think they probably saw she was nominated for Player of the Week last week in week number 1, said, hey, we might not want to pitch to her. Let's just give her a free pass. I don't know. She also had a walk. Kylie Meyer, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Allie Grunke, RBI and a run scored. Comets now, I believe, 2-0. That moves us to Thursday, April 3rd. 3 games scheduled. 2 games played. Houston Goodhue was postponed till April 17th, I believe. Don't quote me, but that is what I heard. Let's start out. Austin, Byron. Even though Byron was the home team, the Bears traveled to Austin to take on the Packers, just taking advantage of that dome again. That inclement weather, let's get inside. It was junior left-hander Tally Behrens for Byron and freshman KJ Schaefer for the Packers. That would be the pitching matchup on this day. Austin would score 1 in the first, but Byron would answer back. Behrens was on after being hit by a pitch. Cadence Furstead singles to left, scoring Behrens, and it was all tied up at 1 after 1. Scoreless in the second inning, but in the top of the third, Austin would score 3 to take a 4-1 lead. In the bottom of this inning, Macy Behringer would single to center and would advance over to second on an error. My girl Max Steele would follow that up with a line drive to right field. That scores Behringer, and the Bears cut the Austin lead 4-2. We move to the bottom of the fifth. Same score, Byron running out of chances, but Tally Behrens, who I believe did the same thing in Austin Dome last year, if I'm not mistaken, a bomb to left field. This one a solo home run, making it 4-3. Macy Behringer would rip a single up the middle, 1 on with 2 outs, down 1, and with ice water in her veins, Cadence Furstead, all day K, baby. She rips 1 to center, an RBI triple, 3-bagger for the sophomore. We are all tied up at 4. Unfortunately, no, for the HVL and specifically Byron fans, Austin would score 3 in the top of the 7th to win this one. 7-4 was the final score. Byron out-hit the Packers, just couldn't string it together, I guess. Just a heartbreaker as the Bears had come back to tie it up, and it just slipped away in the 7th inning. Let's get you a box score here. Austin, 7 runs on 4 hits, 4 errors. Byron, 4 runs on 9 hits. They had over twice as many hits. Just couldn't get those runs across. 2 errors for the Bears. In terms of individual statistics, Tally Behrens started this game. She was 2 for 3 with that home run. 2 runs scored, RBI, 2 stolen bases, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, only 2 walks. Cadence Furstead, my girl, all day K, baby, twice her swing of the bat tied these games up. Once in the first inning, once in the 5th inning. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it done the rest of the way. Cadence Furstead, 2 for 3, a triple, 2 RBIs, stolen base. That is Crew's favorite Bear. If he's watching, Crew, we love you, buddy. Macy Behringer, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. Sydney Portner, 2 for 3. Max Steele, 1 for 4 with an RBI. The other game being played on Thursday night was Pine Island with their season opener at home, welcoming the Eagles of Dover-Eyota. It was a big night for the Eagles, unfortunately. Unfortunately for HVL fans, Aubrey Foster pitched well, scattering 6 hits over 7 innings, allowing only 1 run to the Panthers. She also went 2 for 4 with 3 runs. Don't know if Aubrey Foster gets those skills from mom or dad, maybe a little bit of both, but she is stellar AF. Addie Hansen, Olivia Bannett also played well for the Eagles. Dover-Eyota would win this one 12-1. Pine Island's biggest question mark coming into the season was who would be on the mound. We saw 4 different girls get some time in the circle. Passau, Volz, Ryder, and Skibstead all pitched Thursday night. That's something that Pine Island coach Kim Jones will figure out. We'll get it locked in, but early in the season, that was the big question mark, and we'll see what happens. In terms of individual statistics, Jenna Slicner, 2 for 4. Jaden Bolts, 1 for 3 with a stolen base. Lauren Elsmore, the fantastic wrestler, 1 for 3. Mallory Mulkey, 1 for 3. That moves us to Friday, April 4th. We had 2 games, both non-conference, so you know who we're cheering for here. First game, Dover-Eyota taking on the Cannon Falls Bombers. It was Foster again for Dover-Eyota against Allie Pagel on the mound. In the top of the first, Cannon Falls had singles by Maya Mengi, Josie Shoquist, and Allie Pagel, but could not get a runner across. Dover-Eyota would put a run up in the bottom of the first to take a 1-0 lead. The Bombers would tie it up in the top of the third. Maya Mengi would hit one up the middle, and she would be driven in by a Josie Shoquist single to right field. It was 1-1 after 3 innings. In the top of the 4th, Anna Ritz leads off the inning with a single to left field. Moved over on a Sophia Narrison sacrifice bunt. Then Chloe Shoquist would bring Ritz around on a line drive to left field. 2-1 Cannon Falls after 4. Emma Templin drives one to center field for a leadoff double. Moves over to third on a sac bunt by Josie Shoquist. Then Avery Rustad would bring Templin in with a single to center field. It's now 3-1 Cannon Falls after 5. Top of 6, Maya Mengi starts things rolling with 2 outs. Her 4th hit of the game. 4th. She's a machine. A single. She steals second. And then Emma Templin would bring her friend Mengi in with a line drive to center. Bombers up 4-1. And Allie Pagel was lights out on the mound. After that first inning run, she kept hanging zeros on the board for the Eagles. And that score would hold up the final. Cannon Falls wins this one 4-0. 1 in the win column for the HVL. Cannon Falls 4 runs on 14 hits. 14. The bats were hot, even though it was cold. 1 error. Dover-Eyota, 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors. Like I said, Pagel, just unbelievable. A complete game, 7 innings pitch, 3 hits, 1 earned run, a dozen strikeouts, only 1 walk. Also solid at the plate. She was 3 for 4 with a stolen base. Maya Mangi, she's a machine. Are you kidding me, Maya? You knock it off. 4 for 4. I believe her batting average is 1,000 still on the season. That's how good she is. 2 runs, a stolen base. Emma Templin, the shortstop, the freshman shortstop, 2 for 4, a double RBI, a run scored. Josie Shoquist, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Rustad and Chloe Shoquist each had a hit, an RBI apiece. What do we got next? Oh, I got it. Next up, Pine Island traveling to take on the Simley Spartans. Simley jumped out to a big lead with 3 runs in the first, 5 runs in the second. It was 8-0 Spartans after 2, but Coach Kim Jones had to be pumped up with how her girls responded. The Panthers scored 4 runs in the top of the 4th, 2 runs in the 5th, 2 runs in the 6th, and not just scoring, right? Pine Island defense was on display. I got to play this video for you. Defense on display. Jenna Sleisner cuts down the runner, a Minnesota Sticks product, baby, bringing that BSC to the field. We need that when you're trying to come back against teams. You need good defense. Sleisner there, cutting down a runner. Love to see that. It was 10-8, so it's 10-8, Simley going into the top of the 7th. Pine Island's last chance. They would score 1, but that was it as the Panthers, heartbreaker, lose a valiant comeback. Final score 10-9. One bright spot had to be the pitching performance of Maddie Skibstad, who came on in relief, pitched 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, 2 strikeouts. She's also a former Minnesota Sticks product. We'll always love to see our former teammates that we played with and got to cheer for doing well in the HVL. Here's the box score here. Pine Island, 9 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. Big comeback there in the 4th through 7th innings. Just not enough. Simley, 10 runs on 11 hits, 3 errors. Kylie Passow, what a game for her. 3 for 5, a double, a run scored, and an RBI. Jenna Sleisner, 2 for 4, a double, an RBI. You saw the big defensive play for her. Lauren Elsmore, 2 hits for her and a run scored. Jaden Volts, 1 for 3 with an RBI and run scored. Ruby Severson, 1 for 4 with an RBI, run scored. And I already talked about Skibstad. Bridget and Ben had to be happy with Maddie's performance. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. She was also 1 for 1 at the plate with a double. Let's catch you up on some things that came out in the media world. Post Bulletin, I think I should have had this on last week's episode, and I apologize. They named the 16 Southeastern Minnesota softball players to watch. All 16 could have been from the HVL, but that wouldn't have been fair. You see the lead off right here, Sydney Klar. Well, there were plenty of girls from the HVL. Sydney Klar was in there. Kylie Mann from Lake City. Maya Mangi, of course, from Cannon Falls. Kylie Meyer coming off that great hockey season for Dodge Center. Kylie Meyer from Kasson-Mantorville. And then who else? Tally Behrens, the outstanding junior pitcher, the lefty from Byron, and then Amelie Dolman from Lourdes. So we had 6 girls out of the 16 coming from the greatest conference in all of Minnesota, the HVL. Also, the ABC 6 News named the Prep Athlete of the Week, and it was Sydney Klar for kind of a little bit for her fantastic season she had last year as a sophomore, but then she, as they're getting video for this footage, she goes 15 strikeouts, 1 hitter. Pretty good footage that she supplied to Jose there. All right, let's get to it. Players of the week. First, we start off with honorable mention. Gotta give my girl Kara Farnsworth a nod. Incredible pitching performance against Faribault. 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Kylie Passow from Pine Island, you just heard in that game against Simley, 3 for 5 with a double and a run scored and an RBI. Great day at the plate for Passow. Then you got to talk about the machine. You could almost give this girl Player of the Week every week, and we'd have to rename the award. This week, let's put her in the honorable mention category. 4 for 4, 2 runs scored, stolen base. Can you get this girl out? Short answer is no. Not easy. Not easy. 4 for 4 against Dover-Eyota. And then Cadence Furstad, just ice in her veins. 2 for 3, a triple, 2 RBIs, a stolen base against Austin. Who are the, who is the player of the week, but that won't be accurate because we got 2 players of the week. We have so many games going on. Let's give 2 out this week because both were fantastic. The first up from Cannon Falls, Allie Pagel. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 12 strikeouts, and then she went 3 for 4 at the plate with a stolen base against Dover-Eyota in that big 4-1 win over a fantastic Eagles squad. Who else? You just heard her. Sydney Klar, first game of the season. She was lights out, incredible. 7 innings pitch, only 1 hit, a little dribbler was all that separated her from a 15 strikeout perfect game. She was also 1 for 4 at the plate with an RBI double in the 7-0 win over the Austin Packers. Let's get to the games for week number 3. Monday, April 7th, Chatfield at Byron. Goodhue at Schaefer Academy, Lake City at Wabasha Kellogg, Lourdes at LARP, and then Dover-Eyota at Stewartville. These games are tentative. We don't know how the weather is going to play. Tuesday, April 8th, Goodhue at Cannon Falls, Hayfield at Pine Island, Lourdes at Zumbrota-Mazeppa, Stewartville at Chatfield. On Thursday, April 10th, it's Kasson-Mantorville traveling to take on the Wildcats of Goodhue. Pine Island against Lourdes, and then Zumbrota-Mazeppa against Stewartville. A big day for HVL matchups. Friday, April 11th, Byron at the Woodside Invite, Bethlehem Academy at Goodhue, Winona at Kasson-Mantorville, Lake City at Pine Island, and Medford at Rochester Lourdes. On Saturday, also a busy day. Weekend you don't get to take off. Byron still at the Woodside Invite, Cannon Falls at the Lake City Invitational, Triangular at Kasson-Mantorville with Concordia and Winona Cotter. You heard Lake City hosting that tournament. Caledonia, a great team against Stewartville. Zumbrota-Mazeppa has their own tournament that they're hosting. So, I think that's all we got for you, and I have to ask Kaylee, hey, who do we appreciate tuning in to watch what in the HVL? Yeah, that person right there looking right back at us. I love it. That's Kaylee Lehrman, our outstanding catcher from Stewartville. We appreciate the heck out of you guys for tuning in. I think that's all I got for you. Yeah, it is. Week number 3. Things are going to get rolling, though. There's a lot of games that hopefully I can keep up on. So buckle your seatbelts. The next few weeks are pure chaos, and we'll try to keep you up on all the action. I appreciate the heck out of all you who tune in each and every week to hear about these incredible ladies. Big thanks to everybody that sends help my way with stats, pictures, videos, stories. Couldn't do it with all without you. It's a great team effort. I'm just the one in the camera. That's all I got for you. Episode number 4 in season number 2, 14 overall. It's in the books. Close it up, slam it shut, put it back in the bookshelf, and just remember, when something crazy happens on the softball field, a home run, a big strikeout, maybe an incredible defensive play, make sure you yell as top of your lungs, what in the HVL just happened there? We'll catch you out at the fields. Take care, everybody.